Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Bitcoin video today. We've seen another move to the upside against the odds. Now, short-term TA has been very inaccurate, I should say, in the last few weeks, as we've seen bearish structures form time and time again and just break to the upside further. And this is an indication that the macro TA is very much at the forefront of what people are driving, what people are using as a driving force to click the buy button on Bitcoin right now, which is fair enough because the 4-year cycle theory has in fact played out perfectly. We've seen the bottom in Q4. I'm of the opinion the bottom is in. I've bought my remaining portion of Bitcoin now at 22k. However, we do need to keep looking at short term because obviously eventually short-term price action, short-term TA will quote unquote work again. It's not that it doesn't work necessarily. It's just that the probability of breakouts has been altered dramatically due to the third party factors currently present on Bitcoin. It still works, like support resistance levels are still present. It's just the breakout probabilities have been altered. So we'll look into short term. Honestly, again, what is there to say? Obviously, the short term is overvalued right now. It's just pretty simple stuff. We'll get into that in a second. But we did buy our remaining portion at 22k. We need to look into the buying plan. We need to look into what our average price is on Bitcoin and all that kind of stuff. So let's get into the video, guys. Now, if you're interested in the VIP group, interested in taking altcoin trades, obviously altcoin trades have been popping off massively over the last few weeks as Bitcoin, staunches to the upside here. And so VIP group has been extremely profitable. If you're interested in checking out the VIP group, you can do so using the pinned comment or description. There should be a link in there for the VIP group. So, for the first time ever here, we're seeing bearish divergence in the daily chart start to form. We have a peak on the RSI. We had a peak in price action. Obviously, we saw a higher high in price action, a lower high in the RSI. So, again, just adding to the list of many things in the TA that really are showing us that Bitcoin is slowing down. On top of that, we're seeing, well, it should be at least. I mean, it's not really doing it. Don't know what to say about that one, but we're seeing volume as well. For example, in the upwards trend, volume is decreasing, upside volume. So what you're seeing there is that, of course, the price is still moving upwards, which is great to see. But as volume decreases, it represents a lack of momentum, a diminishing amount of momentum in the move, right? Less buyers buying, even though the buyers are still outweighing the sellers. The fact of the matter is the strength of the move is slowing down. So look, realistically, I'm going to sit here and sound like a broken record. Realistically, the TA says, and the TA, again, has been faulty recently. The TA says we reject here, okay? And the TA says we go to the nearest support zone. In this case, the nearest support zone, let's look at the hourly chart, is down here at 21.9k, okay? I would still argue, I would still make the case that Bitcoin is probably likely to retest and revisit this 19.5k to 19.8k level at some point in the future. I'd still make that case. If you want a full breakdown of why I think that will occur, all you need to do is go and check out some of my previous videos. For example, the one I did 2 days ago, I went through the entire outline of it. One of the reasons mainly is because the 200-day SMA is currently in that price region. We also have 19.8k being the 2017 all-time high on Bitcoin. So between 19.5k and 19.8k, we have the all-time high in 2017. We have a 200-day SMA, and we have a strong horizontal support zone. I would say that 19.5 to 19.8k realistically is the nearest strong support zone on Bitcoin. I wouldn't necessarily consider 21.9k a strong resistance or support zone. I think it's relatively weak. As you can see, we only really had a couple of retests here, and that was back in August. It's not actually a very major zone. The real place we got to be watching for on Bitcoin is that 19.5 to 19.8k level. So that's the downside level. Now, if we're looking up, we're looking to the upside, because obviously, this unbreakable Bitcoin streak may potentially continue. We're looking to the upside. The upside level is quite clear. All we need to do is zoom back here to the price action in 2020, draw a horizontal line at the rejection point on the daily candle close, and zoom right back to where we are here in 2023. And we can see that horizontal line we drew perfectly lines up with the bounce zone we saw during the drop in May, right? We bounced off that level quite well. So this 23.8k level is the nearest resistance to the upside, and it also it lines up pretty well with a couple of rejection spots during the August and July period as well. So again, 23.8k is the next level to the upside. If we manage to break 22.8, we should go straight to 23.8. I don't see any reason why that wouldn't occur. And if we manage to break down below 22 again, I do think we'll go down to about 19.8 to 19.5 level, right? That's something that I'm pretty adamant about. I'm pretty sure that will occur. If we're looking at volume profile as well, just to further support that 19-ish level there, we can see that the POC, which is the point of control, the point of the most volume on Bitcoin, is down here in that low 19K level. And we can see as well, which this is good news, by the way, that in this entire range that we've been seeing since June, okay, so this entire, 7-month range now, we are above the major chunk of volume, which means we have flipped the most important zone that we needed to flip for support. So that's great to see. So Bitcoin it's undoubtedly in a very strong position on a macro scale. There's absolutely no doubt about this. And this is nothing I've ever questioned. In fact, I've been the first person to come out here and say the 4-year cycle is going to be correct. You guys know me. I'm probably one of the biggest 4-year cycle believers on cryptocurrency YouTube. I've been saying it literally since the top in November that we're going to bottom out in this rough region. And we did do that, of course. And I do think the bottom is in. On top of this, we've got an 8-year uptrending support line that we bounced off very strongly on multiple occasions for Bitcoin. I've been saying the bottom is in since 16K. Okay, so I've been a big believer that the bottom is in. And the reason why I've held off on buying the other 50% of my portfolio until 22K is relatively simple. Just because I think the bottom is in, okay, it doesn't mean there's enough confirmation in the charts for me to buy. Very simple. There's a difference between opinion and action. Action is what makes and lose you money. Opinion's just speculation. So what we've done here on the Wolves of Crypto, YouTube channel is we've had a buying plan. I made a buying plan back in July 2022 when we originally came down. I said quite simply there was a lot of factors to it. However, I'm just going to simplify what actually happened. We bought 50% at 17 to 18K, and we bought 50% at 21 to 22K. Okay, so that's essentially what the buying plan was. And so what that means is we essentially bought at the best case scenario. Okay, I'll tell you what I personally did. I bought 50% here at 17.2K, all right, on that drop downwards, and I bought the other 50% at about 22.1K earlier today. Okay, so we had two buy zones. If we zoom out on Bitcoin, we can see and we can get our average price, the average price of my Bitcoin bag, by following the buying plan that I advertised on this channel for months and months, is 19.6K. Let's make that line pink, and let's delete the two buy spots, and we can see that pink line on Bitcoin is the average price that the average Wolves of Crypto subscriber would have by following the buying plan. That is absolutely excellent. Assuming that the bottom's in, that is great news. Look at that. That is a massive drop avoided. We dropped down on Bitcoin around 77% from peak to bottom, and we bought around, let's go ahead and just measure it quickly, we bought around 71% through that drop. So out of a 77% drop, the Wolves of Crypto YouTube channel has managed to avoid a 71% version of that 77% drop. We've managed to avoid a 71% drop out of a maximum of 77%. There's a very small percentage of people out there that got a buying plan as good as that. I'll tell you that much right now. So good stuff, guys. Congratulations. If you follow that buying plan, you've got an excellent average price on Bitcoin. Now we just have to kind of sit back and wait and see what happens in regards to Bitcoin, holding that 4-year cycle theory, because I've been very clear in the past here about the fact that 28.6K is what is needed for a full trend confirmation. I want to briefly interrupt this video to talk about the Bitget Exchange. The Bitget Exchange has 5 times lower fees than Binance on futures. It has 0 spot fees for spot trading, meaning you can trade spot for entirely free on every single coin. It has a rewards center. It has a protection fund. It has events regularly run. For example, the FIFA World Cup event it ran recently was in partnership with Messi, the famous football player. There are many, many reasons to sign up using this exchange here, but if you sign up using my exclusive referral link, which you can find a link to in the pinned comment or description, you will get a further 15% decrease on futures fees, and you'll get access to an exclusive reward center in which you can gain access to 4,000 USD in rewards via completing various tasks of various difficulties. Signing up to this exchange using my referral link is by far the best way you can support the channel, and it's the best way you can support yourself as a trader, gaining access to the cheapest exchange on the cryptocurrency market. Now, for my viewers from the United States of America, when you're signing up to the exchange, click on Other as country of residence, as you can see I'm doing on the screen now, and you will be able to sign up and use the exchange. Normally, as a non-KYC customer, you'll be treated exactly the same as everyone else in the exchange. So please sign up using my referral link. Thanks for watching the advertisement. Let's get back into the video. a full trend reversal for us to re-enter some sort of, variant of a bull market, I suppose. That is the kind of the breakout point. Right now, we are still speculating on whether the bottom is in or not. It's not being fully confirmed. We obviously do have levels of confirmation, but the full confirmation will come at 28.6k, and there's many reasons for that, but I've looked into in the past. I suppose one of them would be that in previous bear markets, we've had a horizontal support level before dropping down, and once we break it again, we skyrocket and we barely ever go back below it. The only reason we went back below it here in 2020 was due to the COVID drop, which of course is a black swan event, and we swiftly got back above it after dropping below it. So yeah, I'm thinking 28.6k is the next major level people need to watch on the macro scale. To the upside and to the downside, the next major level people need to watch on the macro scale is this yellow uptrending 8-year support line, which is currently sitting at around 16.3k. I've been very clear over the past few days as well, but 17.7k, which is, I know I'm throwing out a lot of numbers here, but it's very much important that people note these down. If they've got a Bitcoin bag now, it's really time to take notes. If you're in Bitcoin, in a position for Bitcoin, you need to write down these numbers. 17.7k is the line in the sand, really, for the medium-term price action. I'll go ahead and draw that in right now. That is basically the bottom of the range that we saw from June to November, right? That's the range there, June to November, between 17.7 and above. And then we had a new range, a lower range below 17.7, and now we're back into the old range in recent price action. Obviously, if we drop back below 17.7, we'll get back into the old range and we'll be at risk for dropping to new lows. So I personally am of the opinion that people should be cautious of that 17.7k level. If we drop back below 17.7k, that's when you start getting a little bit worried, and that's when you start thinking about de-risking from your position. But ultimately, the absolute sell zone, our stop loss, if you will, for our Bitcoin bag would be a drop below the 8-year uptrending support line. There's really not much we can do. If we lose that level, it's not looking particularly good at all. But again, 17.7, losing that, we would have lost the POC, we would have lost the bull market support band, we would have lost the 200-day SMA, we would have lost the 300-week, we would have lost, so much from that point. So even below 17.7 would be very risky. And given the fact that we have an average price on Bitcoin at around 19.6k, all right, well, at least I do, and that's based on the buying plan, so I'm going to say we do. We've got about a 10%, 9 or 10% maximum loss for our Bitcoin position, and of course, the upside is exponential. So I'd consider us to be in an extremely favorable position right now. I'm very happy to be in this position. 10% maximum loss with upside, that's unlimited, that could last for years on end. Mate, I'll take those odds any day of the week, especially with the 4-year cycle showing massive strength and with Bitcoin deviating from traditional markets and the macro economy. So great to see. I just wanted to make a quick video to outline what's going on with the buying plan. So yes, I have bought, and I want to quickly say as well in conclusion that even though I've bought here at 22k, that doesn't mean it's up only now. We've very much seen the move. You guys know what my opinion is in the short term. The short term is exhausted. It's been exhausted for a while. Any time we correct from now on is not a surprise in the slightest. It's just whether that correction, maintains in a healthy range. And I think that a healthy range realistically would be 19.5 to 19.8k. If we go there, I'd be very happy because that would be a healthy kind of drawback, and we'll be able to build momentum and consolidate from that region and build up steam for the next move, right? So I'm hoping in a weird way that we go down to the 19k level, the mid 19ks. I think that'll be very healthy. I think we need to see that on Bitcoin. Anything below that gets a little bit scary. So let's wait and see. Obviously, this is speaking in the future now, so we don't need to worry about it as of current. We just need to watch the shorter term charts, and that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Hopefully by that time, I upload a video tomorrow. We will have had some sort of structure form here on the short term that we can analyze. But yeah, essentially Bitcoin, we bought at 22k, we bought at 17k, average price 19.6k, good stuff. 4-year cycle looks good. Everything's looking pretty decent. So that's great to see. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you tomorrow with a fresh video. Before we end, like usual, I'd like to check out the Crypto Academy. This is a Become a Trader 10-unit course developed by myself and my fellow analyst, Megawell Crypto. We developed this course to help people learn how to trade in a university-type format. So we've got worksheets, we've got videos, PowerPoints, the whole 9 yards that helps people learn, even if they're a visual learner, they're a verbal learner, whatever it may be. We've got everything in there. It's about 40 hours for the average person to complete. We've got a full bio on the website. You can find a link to that in the pinned comment description below. It goes from Unit 1, which is fundamental cryptocurrency concepts, and then Unit 10 is advanced risk management and how to find a trade. And in between, we've got market patterns, we've got indicators, candlestick formations, market psychology, literally everything you can think of in regards to becoming a trader, hence the name of the course, Become a Trader. So if you're interested in that, again, the link is in the description and pinned comment. Without further ado, I'm going to be ending the video there. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.